Dante Alighieri is born in 1265, but his true career starts much later, hiding behind an anonymous pen name and posting clumsy fanfiction to a tiny audience. He mixes Greek gods behaving like overdramatic high school kids with Florentine nobles who speak like badly translated samurai, then adds romance scenes that refuse to end. Alone at night, he is convinced he's inventing a new, misunderstood genre and that future generations will thank him for it. Then comes the review that changes everything. One overlong chapter, Achilles confessing to a pastel-haired Theseus under a very cheap moon, receives a public response so precise and brutal it feels like a verdict, not a comment. The rating is a carefully carved 0 followed by a cold lecture on taste, theology, and structure. Only later does Dante learn that the offended reader is the Pope, a man professionally trained to judge texts and damn things forever. Dante does not apologize. He reloads. He abandons the scattered scrolls and starts one huge project with a secret design goal: create an afterlife detailed enough to park the Pope in a very specific circle and never let him out. Greek and Roman myths become structural beams for this revenge architecture, carefully arranged to impress scholars and terrify one particular critic. The Divine Comedy grows as a perfectly rhymed, three-part answer to a single humiliating review. In the earliest version of Hell, the pontiff's punishment is not just fire, but fanfiction. He is locked in an infernal reading room where tireless authors recite endless, much worse stories, all starring the Pope himself in wildly implausible yaoi adventures with mythological heroes he only approves of in sermons. Every time he protests on doctrinal grounds, another chapter begins, even longer and more emotionally confused than the last. Later copyists tone all this down, and the Divine Comedy becomes a perfectly respectable masterpiece. Scholars talk about politics, salvation, and poetics, carefully skirting the idea that the whole thing might also be the longest spite fic ever written. Occasionally, someone notices how precisely certain enemies are placed in hell and wonders if they are reading a very elegant revenge thread. Then they remember who the original reviewer was, close the book, and decide it is safest to leave Dante nothing but glowing comments.